And we're on Facebook. So go ahead and start whenever you want, Jeff.
All right, man. Hello, anyone who's out there. We're just making a random check-in on our different accounts. This is Jeff Smith. I'm the creator of Bone. I'm also the artistic director and one of the co-founders of Cartoon Crossroads Columbus. Short, known more like colloquially as CXC. I've got a couple of friends with me here. I've got Christian Hoffer, who is on our executive board, and also our interim director, Jersey Droves. Hey guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you. So what's happening out there in Facebook land?
Well, I mean, we just started the stream, so only a couple people are showing up so far, but hopefully we get a couple more people to pop in and let us know if you have any questions about this year's CXC while we give a preview of what's happening, next week, October 1st through the 4th.
We have a lot of great guests. So if you just happen to be here, you're going to be the first to see what we've got to roll out. Go ahead, Judy.
All right. Well, the first thing is that I want to, help to underline and clarify a little bit is how can you participate in CXC this year? Well, a lot of the events are going to be streamed via Zoom webinar. And in those cases, when we have Zoom webinar registration, what we're saying is if you want the richness of like Q&A, live participation, like in the case of our talk and teaches, they're going to actually be workshops where you do things while you're in there. You're not just watching a thing; you're participating in a thing. Zoom is the sort of the prime way to do it. However, maybe you're not so much interested in participating in a chat or actually participating in a workshop, but you just want to watch the stuff. Well, everything or almost everything, with a couple exceptions, are going to be restreamed to our Twitch stream, our Facebook page, and our YouTube account. So if you want to just watch, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. But if you want to get in there and really get the richness of participation, Zoom webinars, and there are registration links on all of the events where that is going to be happening, and that's at cartooncrossroadscolumbus.org/schedule. The other participatory thing I want to point people at is we have a Discord server that is happening right now, and that's at cartooncrossroadscolumbus.org/discord. That resolves to the invite link to the Discord server. And Discord, if you haven't played around with it a lot, Christian, you could describe Discord, I think, pretty susunctly.
It's a combination. It's basically like a chat room, or it's a combination. Yeah. The best way of describing it is it's really a chat room with different channels. So there's like a general room where you can talk about anything. There will be rooms where people can. Well, let me just pull up Discord. I have it up right now. So we'll have we'll have a channel that you can talk to some of the exhibitors for our expo. The other thing that'll be going on is that throughout the weekend we will have different creators, most of whom are either part of either one of our exhibitors or are friends of the show, who creators from different publishers, and they'll be coming in and doing like small presentations, 5, 10, 15 minutes here and there.
Name some of these creators.
Oh, geez.
I know Faith Aaron Hicks is one.
And there's Brian Box Brown, Maris Wicks.
Maris Wicks. These are real creators, people. These are heavy hitters. And now I'm not that familiar with Discord. Is this going on all weekend and do you just people just talk to each other?
Yeah. So
they also talk to the creators?
Yeah, so the creators will be there, coming in and out. The nice thing about it is how Discord works, it's a separate app. It can be accessed through your phone. It can be accessed through your computer. It can be accessed through a lot of ways. And it's going to kind of act as almost like our, the Jersey calls it the third space. It's our showroom floor. It's where you can just go and have conversations with each other. It's meant to be laid back, where you can chat with other comics fans, other people who are
buy a drink. That's what
I wish. I mean, maybe next year we'll integrate that technology where you can just click the button and get a drink sent to you. Because
yes,
boy, I would love that.
Like Drizzly next year. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, so that's a place to have time shifted conversation. So you're not like the conversation isn't just always affixed to the streaming events, right? So instead of just being in Facebook chat, that's where you can talk about things as they're happening in the streams on Facebook or on YouTube. But if you want to talk between events, this is the showroom floor, right? Speaking of the showroom floor, the EXPO is open as of today. So cartooncrossroadscolumbus.org/exhibitors, and we have over 50 creative people and collectives and companies in there with storefronts, many of whom put together awesome preview videos of what it's like meeting them at the table. Bob Corby and Matt Fizel did that. I think it's fantastic that some of the artists did that, and many of these exhibitors are also doing pop-up events in the Discord.
And they often have specials just for this event. But as far as I understand it, the specials begin today and will run all the way through the end of CXC, which is Sunday, October 4th. So just in general, the weekend of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 1st through the 4th, that's sort of the official weekend, and that's when we'll be doing our scheduled events with our major guests, and not all the events are taped. A lot of them are taped ahead of time, but a lot of them will have live Q&As afterwards. How did you manage that magic, Christian?
Well, that was all Jersey who managed that magic. But we've been working hard, and by we, I mostly mean Jersey. But we've been working hard over the last couple of months to bring together the slate of programming. One of the opportunities that I think that an online show like this brings, it means that we were able to ask people to participate who usually would not be able to come to CXC. A good example of this is Fábio Moon and Gabriel Ba. They're Brazilian artists, right? They live in Brazil, correct, Jeff?
Yes, they do. They live in Sao Paulo, and they are two of my favorite cartoonists on the planet.
And
not just their art, but actually they are very cool, very fun people. And so I'm super happy we were able to get to them, have them be part of our show this year.
And so the opportunity that this brought was we were able to go and bring in a lot of really cool guests, and our programming, because we pre-recorded it, a part of the reason why we did that, while there is a certain mystique to doing it live, also, it kind of prevents some of the technical hiccups that we've seen, as one would expect from trying to do an entire thing live. So, we have a lot of good programming, but when that programming is done, a lot of the creators that participated in those are going to be going and doing Q&A sessions through, that they'll pop up on Zoom. So if you register for these events via Zoom, which is free, by the way, I mean, cannot stress that enough. This is still a free show, as it's been every single year. You'll have an opportunity to interact with these creators, ask a few questions, find out what they think about whatever it is that they think about. So it's a nice blend of, putting together, a lot of our programming, has a very nice, polished look to it. And once again, I cannot stress enough, Jersey has done a fantastic job, making this programming and putting this programming together and making it look so amazing, but with a little bit of that, live component. So you don't feel totally detached or like, you
can participate.
Yeah, exactly. We are really trying to find a way to get that you're still in the room watching it happen, while also trying to avoid some of the pratfalls that comes with, putting on online programming like this.
Well, yeah, we will have no mistakes. It's going to be perfect, right? Yeah, in everything we've done so far, there hasn't been a single hiccup. This is our 6th year doing CXC, and it is a really special show. I enjoy being a part of it, but it's very stressful, and then you just have 4 days where it's just like kablam. Well, this this has been like a whole summer of kablam. I'm exhausted.
Really
Jersey, you must be near a coma. I'm very impressed, my friend.
I'm riding on my love of comics and the entire comics community in Columbus. It's
Good
it's
answer.
yeah, it's like cocaine, but better.
except less exciting.
So do you want to talk about, let's talk about some of the programs that are going to be happening? Because like, I mean, the Diamonds and Masks, The Adventures of Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti, these are two, I would say, fundamentally entertaining people.
They're great. I spoke with them, and are they doing a live Q&A afterwards? They're
doing a live Q&A. Yeah.
Okay. So October 3rd, 1 p.m. You can see my talk with Jimmy and Amanda, who I've known for 25 years. When I was first starting out self-publishing Bone, Jimmy was self-publishing his event comics with his pal. They had a Marvel for a long
Joe Quesada. I like how you're blanking on Joe Quesada, one of the most important people in comics. Oh,
I'm telling you, there's no hiccups in this whole thing. We got this down live. So, but I've known them for a very long time, and Amanda has been around the whole time with Jimmy, and she is one of my favorite artists. She draws characters, especially female characters, that have personalities and funny personalities as well. And they're the team behind the current craze of Harley Quinn with her new crazy hair, and that the movies are all based on. And they were a wonderful, wonderful team to talk to. And immediately following, they will come back and be live for Q&A on Saturday.
Yeah. Talking about Gene Yang coming to the show. He's our keynote.
He is our keynote. This will be 4 p.m. on Friday, October 2nd. Gene, I mean, God, this guy, his cartooning is so good. In order to interview him, I read like everything he's done. And I was blown away by his chops. He can really cartoon. His newest book is called Dragon Hoops. He's best known for American-Born Chinese. And we had a really good talk. So that's 4 p.m. Are we doing all in a row here? Okay.
Look, Christian, I need a break.
I don't do all the interviews by any means. we
bring Jeff out to handle some of the heavy hitters. When these are some of our heavy hitters this year. I mean, we have a guest list that rivals just about any comic show. I can't stress that enough. I mean, Spike Trotman is truly one of comics success stories. And, I'm so happy that we were able to bring her in this year. I mean, because she's a creator she is a creator that I've admired for a long time.
She's also like the queen of Kickstarters.
Yeah.
Hell, she's the king of Kickstarters. She has got it down. Okay. And that will also have a live Q&A afterwards.
That's right. Yeah. And then October 1st at 10 a.m., this is one that I'm excited about, is Elaine Grogan-Luttrell is coming to lead a couple of talk and teach events for artists in this particularly economically ambiguous time. We're dealing with a lot of uncertainty. And so this is somebody who specializes in talking about managing your finances and your business for the creative arts. If you are in the creative arts and you do this as a business, like many of our exhibitors do, Elaine has 2 hands-on workshops about, one is financial wellness, like how to think about managing your finances so that you can be more sustainable. And then another one, which is about like what she calls portfolio careers, which is finding different revenue streams. So you're not just reliant on one, because as we know in cartooning and in the entertainment arts, it's a feast or famine business sometimes. Sometimes you have too much work and you don't know what to do. Other times you're like, well, where's the work? Well, I got to go on hunting for the work. If you can have multiple revenue streams, different kinds of ways to apply your creativity, you can have a much more stable and sustainable business. So those are also free. And they are Zoom webinars, but they will also be streamed on our feeds. But if you want to participate in the workshop and like really try out her strategies, I really recommend that you go and actually sign up for the webinar. Also, Shannon Wright is coming to the show to participate in this event called the Super Comics Challenge, which is a kids and families drawing game show. And Shannon Wright illustrated the upcoming book Twins from Scholastic. And she is an absolute delight. It is Shannon Wright and Steve Hamaker and a Columbus 9-year-old cartoonist compete in drawing challenges in the Super Comics Challenge on Sunday, the 4th at 1 p.m.
9-year-old, we can take her. We can take her. We're gonna kick her butt.
One of the things that I was really worried about when we switched from doing a live show to an online show was that we were going to lose these, kind of drawing presentations. It seems like every year we have some very memorable moments where it is an artist in front of, a whiteboard or, one of those big, canvases of paper and just drawing something nuts, usually just screaming throngs of kids. And I was worried, how are we going to do that for an online show? How does that happen? And, by golly, we're still doing it. That's crazy. I mean, that's so impressive to me.
Well, I mean, comics is a visual medium, right? And so you think that the people who come to celebrate this stuff probably want a visual component to what they're doing. And CXC, you're right, it's always had that. When you're in the Schultz Auditorium or when you're in Mershon, there's always this big screen that is displaying the artwork. And I have very fond memories of, I think it was 2015 or 2016 when Jeff, you did the kids comics panel with Mike Mayhack and Nyla Magruder and Judd Winnick, and then out of nowhere, somebody said let's just start drawing, and then you broke out some drawing pads, and I watched a bunch of kids get electrified by watching their favorite authors all just doodling in front of them, So yeah,
it is fun to watch people draw for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I have fun watching Judd Winnick or Raina Telgemeier draw.
Yeah,
and I've seen them all do it right here at CXC.
Yeah. Who could forget Jim Woodring with his massive inkwell pen? That is one of the storied moments of CXC. When he pulled that out, and it seemed like everyone got to go with that thing.
It was amazing. All right, so maybe we should start wrapping this up. What do you think, Jersey? You got a couple?
Yeah, I think there's also, go check out the schedule at crossroadscolumbus.org/schedule. There is a lot to choose from, whether you're into editorial cartooning or if you're into superhero comics, autobio. There is an adults only session on professional oversharing with Shin Kaur and Carter Monier, where and it's not going to be streamed on our public feeds. This one, you have to sign up for the Zoom. And when it's streamed, there will be a live Q&A afterwards. But
do people have to register for everything or just that?
Well,
you
this
don't
one,
have to register, right?
You don't have to register for everything else, but this one you absolutely have to register because we are limiting it to adults only. Because there's a content warning, there's discussions of childhood abuse in there, and so it's not a general audience event. But then we've got Diane Newman talking about the Drawing Power anthology, and New Yorker cartoonist Roz Chast. I don't know if anybody's seen Roz Chast talk, but she is one of the supremely funny people on the planet. We just did the test session with this group, and I almost couldn't run the boards because I was too busy laughing at everything that these women were saying.
That is a power panel right there.
Yeah,
that really is.
That is impressive.
And the election is coming up in 50 days. So, I'm glad that we were able to bring in one of the, people from a magazine that, has always been in the forefront that discusses, not just politics, but, how America, it constantly pulls in these microcosms of America and stuff like that. And a lot of that is through our comics, through the comics and cartoons they do. So I'm really glad that we were able to get that together. That's going to be a fantastic panel.
Yeah, it really is. That's courtesy of the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library and Museum. And that's the other thing. We have a lot of really awesome partners. The Wexner Center is having a couple of streamed events, and then the Columbus Museum of Art, and then CCAD. Thank you to all of them. I do want to say before we close, we are a 501(c) nonprofit. If you want to support us, you can always go to the donate button on our website, and also check out our sponsors on the main front page, the Ohio Arts Council, the Columbus Foundation, the Greater Columbus Arts Council, and White Castle. We are so grateful to them for all the support that they provide us at CXC. We're looking forward to this coming weekend. Tell your friends, cartooncrossroadscolumbus.org.
And tomorrow is our first kickoff event for CXC.
That's right.
I'll be doing a live Facebook signing. at the Laughing Ogre. So on the Laughing Ogre's Facebook page, check there for details. But starting tomorrow at 3, I'll be doing a live signing. But you have to pre-order between now and 3. So if you want to check that out, go to Laughing Ogre on Facebook. I don't know the address. Some technical.
People are asking in the chat, will we see Wesley?
Oh, he just ran past me. Yes, you will. Unquestionably, you will see Wesley, my whippet.
I let that one go by because I had no idea that was the name of your dog. I've seen that dog like 3 times, and
he's right here, and he's gonna sign us out.
Oh, there we go.
Look at there.
Here he is. All right, Wesley, say goodbye. Say goodbye to people.
I was about to say, what live event wouldn't be complete without a pet appearance? So
there we go. Bye, everybody.